Hello everyone, welcome back to chapter 8 matrices, and today we're going to do the multiplying matrices. So just remember those answer, so which is you have two different orders. If you have a multiplied by b in the matrices, let's say 2 by 2 times 2 by 1, that will equal to 2 by 1. So make sure those two is the same, and then you multiply those two, that will be 2 by 1. So if you have a 3 by 2 times 3 by 2, if those two is not the same, you can't doing multiplying. So just be aware you have the multiplication. So now what we do is, so you have to write in order each matrices. So once you have A and B and C, so you normally have is three different matrices. How to say that? I will be upload to the calculator first. Let's let's do a quick rundown. So if you have 2 by 2, so 1, 4, 3, and 0. So you have control variable A. And if you have a B is 3 by 2, so you just write down again, it's a 3 by 2 matrices. So 2, 1, 1, negative 2, and 3, and 4. And that will be control variable B. C will be 3, 2, 4, 1. So which is, we do have 3, 2, 4, 1 control variable C. So now what we have that. So let's write down the order for each. So we do 2 by 2, 3 by 2, 2 by 2. So A times B is cannot happening because that's not equal. But we can do A times C, which is the answer will be equal to the 2 by 2 matrices. B times A, so which is 3 by 2 times 2 by 2. So will be B times A will happening as well. And C times A will be happening as well. So this is a quick calculator running through. Hopefully that kind of makes sense. And now what we do is we have identity matrices. So identity matrices, which is the square matrix and then the same order as 1. And also they have to be a diagonal is 1, so binary matrices. So that's what we have. So if you have some question like application task to do, so you will using some matrices. For example, this one. So you have some smart 3 type of televisions. Press the 350, 650, 890, and 3 types of the Bluetooth, and which is 69, 120, 250. And the store owning the wishes to mark up the price of the television by 12%, and headphone will be 10%, showing the price of television and headphones will be suitable for matrices. So if you mark up, which means you're going plus 12%, which is every single one of the price for television, you have to be 100% plus 12%, which is 112%, 1.12. So what does that mean is you multiply by 1.12 for each price, that's your final price. And mark down, which is 10% for each, that means you've been declined by 10%. Oh, not decline, I will say cancel 10%, which is 90% in the end for each new price. So which means you are using matrices to create a multiplication, which is 1.12 representing TV, and 0 is headphone didn't change. Secondly, you change nothing with your television, but you are run down with your 90% of the price for the Bluetooth. So this is how you're creating the final result. Um, you make sure you have the original price and to multiply by 2 by 2. Yeah. So, and another example, so which is we have the desktop and a notebooks. So we have a store A, B, C, and D. So desktop, which the computer where the price the 1.5K and computing was 2.3K for each. And using the matrix operation to calculate. So we have a total price of sales, which is we have desktop and notebooks. And so desktop, which is we have the total sales, which is computed for each stores, which is we have 1,500 and 2,300 for each, which is we are using the desktop, and we're using notebooks. And the total sales figures, which is we're using each stores, which is we're using as scale matrices and the price of that to multiply. And then what you had is you will have the each stores to multiply by each price to find out the final answer for your each stores by each desktop and notebooks. This sounds very, very complicated, but let me explain. You had a store for 4 stores, and you will have the price for each notebooks and desktop. You multiply each other, you will get each stores A, B, C, and D, and also each desktop and notebooks. And then total sales, which is we have is to multiply with your how much you earned per each total sales. That's why I'm using that one. Okay, now let's have a look. So let's have a look at this question. Maybe question 3. We do one exam question. We have to write the Big Dipper and then the Terror Train. So the cost of dollars and children's ride, each ride will be table below. The Big Dipper will be $7 and Terror Trains will be $8. So total cost of ride in the money, which is what we're going to calculate, is 2 ride of those 2, and then 6 children ride once only, and another will be doing the same. So in total, we have 12 children, right? So what we do is 6 are doing the 12. So what we do is 1 by 2 matrices multiplied by 2 by 1 matrices, and the total price will be equal to 1 by 1. So we're going to try to figure out which one is correct. Clearly, we have a D. So that's how you start to using that. If you have any question, definitely let me know. And then that's it. Hopefully, I will see you guys next video. And let me know if you have any questions. Send an email to me. And I'll see you guys next time.